Alrighty, how are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is a video that should have came a long time ago, and well, I have a lot to explain, but you've seen the title. The top 5 or 4 most underrated supercar killers. So I was gonna do 5, but then I couldn't find really a really good 5th position, so we're doing 4. I'm gonna quickly go over a few of the minor things, as in where have I been and what's gonna happen in the future. But if you are looking for the content, look at the timestamp below and go to the timestamp. And I've also lost a lot of my assets, so a lot of the assets are getting reset, and that is also going to be gone through in the announcement over here. So here's a few things that's happening. So number 1, I am no longer homeless, which is a good thing. I was homeless for like a bit, for like 2 weeks or so, but yeah, no longer is that happening, and there are IRL content coming soon. I just bought myself a GoPro, and there are going to be a lot of interesting content in real life coming soon. Now, thing number 2, where have I been? I've been homeless, and then after I stopped being homeless, I bought a computer. And after I bought a computer, I've encountered a bunch of issues with recording and everything like that. And I've also been procrastinating. I can't just not admit the fact that I haven't been doing that. So I've also been procrastinating, not been recording. And yeah, I'm back. Now, me being back doesn't mean that videos are going to come super often. They're going to be here a lot. I'm going to make a lot of videos, but they're not going to be as often as like once a week per se. So I still gotta get my editing software and everything done, and yeah, I'm back. So let's get started with well, that right there behind us is the fastest car in the game right now, perfectly tuned for drag racing, and that will be a short that's coming soon, so stay tuned, ladies and gents. Now, the first car we're going to be driving around in is the V10 M5. This is our first supercar killer, to say. Now, why is that the case? Well, let me demonstrate. With quite a healthy acceleration, this thing tops out at around 200 flats, and depends on if you want to use the suspension glitch, which, well, that's what it is. It stays around 200. It doesn't make that much of a change. It sometimes pops to 201. That's about it. Now, the other part to demonstrate about this car is because of how thin it is, and because of the somewhat fast acceleration. I'm gonna try to not use the NOS so much, because it will absolutely crush my ears. I don't know why the devs haven't fixed that, but they haven't. So yeah, it's quite a small stature, and makes cutting pretty easy. And you can go through some gaps that typically other bigger cars will struggle with, whereas this will just easily glide through like no problem, like that one right there. Now, in tradition of this being a shorter video, or this video you already seen is probably not a long video, let's hop to the next one over here. This is the Porsche 911 GT3, I'm pretty sure. The 2014 variant, that is. Now, this one has quite a extreme acceleration speed, whereas it has maxed itself out at 202 already. Which means the acceleration is not bad at all on this car. Unfortunately, I can't really get past that, no matter how... Now, another thing for these cars, well, all of these cars have in common, is that they have all the same situation where they all have a smaller stature, and they can make cuts that typically other cars can't. Now, one downside with this car, though, it does slip it does spin out quite easily, whereas you see, like, I tap anything or I see I get grazed even remotely, I'm off the table, I'm off court. But yeah, it is a smaller vehicle and it is also super fast on acceleration, which is a really good thing. Now, next up on the list is the Dodge Demon. It is an absolute slim vehicle. Well, the controls on this thing isn't the best. The acceleration and the fact that it is so slim, it can pretty much make any cut, makes this thing quite worth it. And it also understeers, so for those of you who enjoys understeering, this is definitely a car that's worth your money. Now, I'm just gonna do a little bit of cutting up just so you guys can see that the effectiveness of this absolute beast of a mobile over here. And yeah, as per usual, there is racing footage for every single one of them, and well, a decent time, I would assume, or I sure hope so. Before we move so far further, this thing tops out at around 210. Sometimes it touches 211, but yeah, it's pretty fast. Now, this car you see me in right now, it is the Polestar 1, or in-game name, the Aster 1. So, you don't really see many people in this, is because it's such a old chassis, whatever system, it's old. There's not many customization systems, but, well, there's not many things to customize, but I would say this is probably one of the most worth it cars right now. It is cheap, and it is really surprisingly fast. It tops out at 220, and that is the speed without using NOS, the acceleration without NOS. So in the race, you'll see how fast this thing actually is, and I have to say, it is super nice. It does understeer, so since it's an older chassis, it's a understeered vehicle. So yeah. Now, that just about wraps it up for today. So, if you actually looked on the top right there, you will see some of the stats of the car that's listed in the dealership, which, well, it doesn't actually follow the dealership stats, which is something that's interesting. But yeah, well, let me know what you think in the comments below, and just keep checking on shorts, because I got 3 pretty good shorts coming. One explaining suspension, one explaining, well, the drivetrain, and one explaining the fastest car in the game and how you can also have the craziest tune in the game. and a little sample of how fast this thing really is. I figured that should about convince you that, you know, it's worth subscribing, and just keep checking on my shorts, because there's going to be a few shorts coming, and there's going to be actually another video coming soon, or another 2 videos coming soon. I do have them planned out, and I do plan on making them. And well, now I think I might start doing weekly uploads or bi-weekly uploads, because I need the quality to be up there, and I also need myself to not go insane, because I'm pretty busy these days. I've got work, you know, I've got making videos, and I've got other things that I have to deal with. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, well, do the 9 yards, subscribe, like, whatever the hell. And I'll see you in the next video.